Okay, so for this one we are calculating PQ. So if you have noticed here, let me just write this question down. Okay, how is it looking? The diagram. Oh, okay, something like this. And then we have this angle here, which is 46. Then we have this other angle here, which is 36. Okay, then we have part R here, we have part P there, we have part Q there. Then this side is 36.5 meters. Yeah, that's all. Then the first question is saying calculate PQ. Mhm. So it was saying calculate PQ. So from here, the previous one, they said find angle, calculate angle QPR. So we had three letters there. So we said the middle letter, that's where the angle is located. Now here, we only have two letters. So if the letters are two, then it's not an angle, then it's a distance. Just simply talking of a distance here. Yes. When the letters are three, it's an angle. When the letters are two, we are simply talking about distance. So let us go on this diagram. Let us try to locate PQ. So I'm having my point P here. I'm having my point Q there. So these people, they want me to calculate this side. That's what they want me to do. Okay. So just simply the same thing with what I would do on the diagram that I've drawn here. So my R is there. Sorry, made a mistake. So this was supposed to be P. So my point P is here, my point Q is there. So they want me to find this distance. Okay. So let us find it. Okay. So the solution to this problem now, we start again. So remember, I said previously here when you're solving this one to say if you're given one angle, only one angle and two sides, doesn't matter where these sides are, we use the sine rule. We use the sine rule. And then I also said to say if you're given only one side, it could be here, here, or there. And then you're given two angles, then you also use the sine rule. The sine rule. Yes. So if you're given two sides, let's do this. If you're given two sides, on a triangle, we are given two sides on a triangle, here we use the sine rule. Let me just complete the question. If you are given two sides and one angle, inside a triangle, we apply the sine rule. Then we also say to say, when you're given two sides, doesn't matter where the sides are located, given two sides, let me say if you're given two angles and one side, we also apply the sine rule. Okay, so now let us try to apply the sine rule here. What is our formula? What will be the formula? So we said we are using that one, which is saying sine r over r is equal to sine p over p is equal to sine q over q, like that. Okay, so let us go to r. So we know that our r is here. Are we given any angle on r? So if there's no angle, we just leave it the way it is, sine r. Let us check the opposite side here. Are we given the side opposite to r? Yes, so we are not given. So here we can just represent it by these letters PQ. That's the distance that we are looking for. So I'll put PQ there. Okay. Then I'll say is equal to, we go to P. Do we have any angle on P? Okay, so we have this angle 46 over this angle is opposite this side. And what length are we given? We are given the length 36.5 is equal to, do we have any angle on Q? Okay, so we have, which is 36 over, are we given any side opposite to this angle Q? So we are not. So I'll just write RP or PR to represent that side. PR. Okay. Now, what are we interested in here? We're interested in finding PQ. We're interested in finding PQ. But remember again, in this problem, PQ hasn't been given. Even this angle on R has not been given. Because if we're given this angle R here, we would have used it to find this side. Since we're not given anything on R and side PQ, what we're going to do is that we're going to find this side here, or the other solution that we can use is that we're going to say, if I name any letter here under this triangle, let's say this side to be y, I should find this side, I should find this angle r. After finding this angle, I should use it to find this side. So I'm going to say, in the triangle PQR, if I add y plus angle 46, remember y is also an angle degree, plus 46 degree plus 36 degrees, they should add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so help me add 46 plus 36. Okay, 46 plus 36, it's giving us 82. Yes, which is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so 82 will cross the equal sign. I'll remain with y is equal to 180. Since 82 was positive, once it comes the other side to become 82 minus 82. Okay, yes, negative. Okay, what is 180 minus 82? 180 minus 82 is giving us 98 degrees, like that. So we have found this angle here. So now I can just simply say, okay, since I found this angle, y, I'll replace it now. I'll put my 98 there. Since I found 98 now, this angle is opposite this side, side PQ. So it's now easy for me to find this side. So now I'm going to say sine R has been found now. This R angle now has been found. So I'll put my 98 there over PQ is equal to sine 46 over 36.5. Okay, now this is an equation. Let us try to solve this equation. So what is sine 98? So here, if I'm having two fractions on the left and right in between an equal sign, I should always remember that I have to cross multiply. Okay, so now after cross multiplying, I'm going to multiply these numbers and equate them to these numbers multiplied by themselves. Okay, so I have sine 98 multiplied by 36.5 and then PQ multiplied by sine 46. Okay, so here there are several ways of solving this one. Me, what I used to do, I'll just divide before multiplying. I'll just divide by sine 46 on both sides. Even this side, I'll divide by sine 46. Where I know that this sine 46 and the sine 46 will go, I'll remain with PQ. I'll remain with PQ is equal to, now let us multiply. So what is sine 98? Punch sine 98 on your calculator. The answer that you get, you multiply it by 36.5. It's giving you 3. Okay, let me just do this. Help me remember what we have written here. Okay, so I've moved this question here on the new page so that now we should be able to solve it nicely. Okay, so now you said the answer was given. The answer that is 36. Okay, 36.14478451. Okay, is equal to, then we said this was equated to PQ. Then it was divided by sine 46. So the very same answer that you get there, divided by sine 46. So divide the answer by sine 46. It's giving you 50.2. Okay, 47. Okay, I'll put 5 here. Okay, meters. I've just rounded it. I've rounded off to 2 decimal places. Okay, so then we have answered the first question. We have found side PQ. We have found side PQ. We should move to the next one. Huh? We are going to doze off. You just let me know once you're tired. Okay, so we move to this to part 2. So part 2 just simply saying find the area of triangle PQR. Find the area of triangle PQR. Okay, so here now we know that we have found this side, we have the other side, and we have this angle here. So okay, so now let us now identify now the formula that we're going to use. So since it's area, we're going to say area is equal to half. I'm going to multiply those two sides that I had. I'm going to have those two sides that I had, 36.5 and the one that we have found. So half times 36.5 multiplied by the one that we just previously found, 50.25. 50.25 times sine. I'm going to use this angle 36. Why am I using 36? Because it's like this. I'm given this side has been given, and this side has been given. So since this side has been given and I'm using this one multiplied by this one, so I should also use this angle because they are meeting at this angle. Yes. Okay, so that's what I will do now here. Now let us multiply. Multiply 36.5 times 50.25. Huh? 1834 0.125. Okay, and then multiply now that answer with this angle sine 36 multiplied by sine 36. Okay, 1078.07, I mean 07, 1. Okay, we can just end here. Divide that answer by 2. 539.0. Okay, I'll round off to give me 0.04 meters squared. Okay, so that is my area. Now the last question. The shortest distance from Q, where is our, I mean from R, where is our R is here, to PQ. So they want this distance like that. So they want that distance there. So now how are we going to find that distance? Remember, it just be the formula, we can just drive it from here. Shortest distance will be 2 multiplied by the area that you found divided by the same side that this line is cutting, divided by PQ. Okay, so shortest distance will be 2 multiplied by area divided by PQ. Is it PQ? Yeah, PQ. Okay, so our area we have found to be 539.04. We divide it by this side PQ. Remember, side PQ is this side that we found in the previous one, 50.25. We found 50.25. Okay, okay. Try to punch this on a calculator. 2, yes, just you divide by 50.25. $21.45. Okay, so since 2 decimal places, we can just end it here. Shortest distance is meters. Okay, then we can also conclude on this question that we have done. Any questions? Okay, was this an exercise or it was just given to solve for practice? I don't know. And they've already marked it? Oh, okay. All right. Okay, we can end here for today.